Good morning. This is Apostle Roslyn Solomon, and this is Roslyn Solomon's YouTube channel. And you can see my links to my other channels and music and all of that good stuff under all my other videos and my landing page and my about page. All right. So Father, I thank you for this word and this day and the ending of the Sabbath. And we give you glory and honor and let me speak all that you want me to speak in Yeshua's name. And always take this word to the Lord for confirmation. All right. Um, there are changes that are coming to European countries such as the UK itself, England, France, and Germany. And Rome, far as the papacy and the Pope, there's going to be changes coming there as well. Also, we're going to be hearing about changes in the Netherlands and in Italy as well. And China has plans for Japan, certain parts of Japan, especially Hong Kong and Tokyo. But Japan and China both are going to have massive earthquakes. Will hit both places. The Lord also said to me that they are going to be discovering new solar systems, and a discovery of new planets, like two. They already have been in our skies. Some people have seen them before in our skies, but now they're going to be revealed to the public. I had told y'all riots was going to come back in our country, like the Lord said, and it's happening. But more riots are about to come, and they're going to be over homosexual people and over food. People are just going to be rioting for a lot of stuff. Also, it's going to be riots about immigration, about uh, too many immigrants being here in our country and taking rights and so forth. So they're going to be basically rioting about that, homosexuals, food, and other things. Anything that they can riot about to try and make a change, they're going to do it, because God said a lot of people in this country are sick and tired. They're sick and tired. They're sick and tired. And they're starting to wake up. They're starting to see things that the government is doing that's not in the detrimental good for our country. So we're going to start seeing people react. There's going to be big earthquakes. Like I told you in my last video, Italy was one of them. Syria, Rome, Iran, and Turkey regions are going to have big earthquakes. I even saw Africa shaking, but I don't know what part of Africa it was, because Africa is the biggest continent on the world. I also saw some type of rebel things happen in Africa. It could be like pockets of war in Africa, and I don't know what parts of Africa or why this pocket of war will be coming to the regions of Africa, but that's coming. Also in India, I saw terrorists rising up in India that could cause terroristic wars and stuff. I saw that. Um, People are literally starving, the Lord said, and many others are going to begin to starve, because the food crisis is going to be at an all-time peak before things get better by next year, right? So pray for people not to starve, the Lord said. Some nations are having a hard time getting food to certain places, especially in rural areas. You know, if people aren't growing their food themselves in these rural areas, then they're going to have a hard time getting food. So God said, pray that everybody, that no one starves, that no one dies. I mean, it's not to say that people still won't starve to death, but at least if you praying, it could cut it down. You're going to start seeing riots rise up in London. Riots rising up in London, right? And like I said, more here in the USA, because people are all over the world just getting tired, but especially here in our country, because it's really starting to hit home, right? And I don't know if I told y'all that the Lord said changes was coming to England, the Netherlands, Germany, and France, and changes are coming with the Pope. I don't know if he's going to resign or pass away, but something's going to happen with him. And I kept hearing changes in the papacy. and the papacy has a lot to do with him. We're going to start hearing on the news about borders being closed in European nations. I think it may have something to do with Ukraine and Russia war. I'm not sure, but you're going to be hearing borders closing in parts of the European nations, certain spots over there. And let me see, did I get everything? Okay, I just want to make sure I got everything. Wait, I'm just looking in my phone to make sure I got y'all everything that I'm supposed to get y'all. There's something happening in Mexico. Some type of storm is going to come near and tear up. Poland is going to have indifferences with Europe for some reason. And there's a disease that they're going to try and bring on children again. So please pray against it. It's going to have something to do with respiratory again. So please pray. And we're about to hear about a lot of strange deaths, right? And violence, because remember God said pray because they want to kill anywhere from 1 billion to 3 billion people. So please pray. Pray about the leadership in Australia and in Israel and in Europe. I told y'all about the California fires that was coming. I told y'all about Canada was going to go through massive destruction, and we're seeing that. I just told y'all about Japan, and I just told you about the Mexican places. And there's some other islands that are going to have tropical storm and have major damages. I told you I saw people going on strike, and I just found out yesterday from my video guy that the writers have been on strike for 6 weeks. He said this is the longest one ever, right? We're going to hear something about Venezuela in 2024 to 2025. You might hear something about it this year, but something really big is going to happen over there between 2024 and 2025. You're going to hear water shortages in parts of Africa. I saw the Ebola rising back up over there, but what parts I cannot tell you because I really did not know. Trying to see, make sure I give you everything I'm supposed to give y'all. Because there's some stuff that I've had that I kept forgetting, to give you guys. So I put it in my phone. Okay, you can read Daniel's 12 verses. Just read the whole thing, Daniel 12. But the main verses are 10 to 13. The Lord said, many will be made righteous, and the devil cannot stop it. He will be restrained for a period of time from carrying many to fall. God will restore many to righteousness at this time and in the coming times. So a lot of people are about to become righteous because they're getting tired. Sometimes God has to let things prolong, guys. And I know it don't always feel good to us children of the Most High. But and we sometimes we may have to suffer a little too. But it's for the greater good of man. Like y'all suffer for us for the greater good of us. So sometimes people have to be worn out, guys, in order to get right and come back to the Lord. And that's what we're seeing, and we're going to see more of it. And many people, and like I've been telling y'all for 2 years now, prepare, because there's a great remnant that's going to be coming out of this suffering. And they're going to need people like us to lead them to the Lord and teach them about the Bible and how to maintain in the Bible, how to maintain in God. So when you walk away from them, they're able to take care of themselves, because we can't keep babysitting everybody. You know what I mean? Right. So, and the Lord also said, just pray for people's salvation. Pray that this war in Ukraine ends before the summer is out. The Lord said He's going to be giving many of us children and the ones who are not His children yet, rest. And the ones who are not his children yet, he's going to be giving them rest and time to repent. But he's going to be giving his children just rest. And the Lord said the month of July is going to be good and bad. Good and bad. Good. It's going to start out really, really good. Maybe like the first week or two. And then the last week or two, that's when issues are going to start rising up in the world. Issues are going to start rising up in the world in general. And if you're not engineered in God the right way, it will put fear in you, and it could cause people to react in an extreme way because they don't have a foundation in the Lord. So we need to pray that these issues that are going to be coming by the third or fourth week of July, maybe the first or second week of August, we need to pray that these things that's going to be coming upon it. It could be all these earthquakes that I saw and Daddy's telling me about. But we need to pray that people don't fear and people be able to handle the things that's going on around them, and pray, especially for your family, and pray for yourself, because I'm warning you. The Lord is allowing me to warn you, and I'm just one of many voices of his warning you that between mid-July and mid-August, a lot of things are going to be coming down the pipe. And for you not to fear, not to come out of yourself, to keep your face on him like flint. Don't be moved. Don't let your foundation be shooken or nothing, right? Because I've been telling y'all for 4 or 5 years now that great shifts on the earth will come, and they're coming, right? So a lot of the shifts have not been good shifts, but and we still have a few things that's coming that's not going to be good shifts, but they have to happen in order for the good shifts to come. And I told you that aliens and stuff was going to start being revealed to us. Look at them aliens that fell in somebody's backyard. What? And I saw the video. I'm like, whoa, look at them. They look just like the graves, like I've been describing them to y'all. What? And and for 2 years now we've been seeing it, but that's really something, and we're going to hear of other things falling out of the sky and crashing, because God is revealing, and he's going to start lifting the veil even more, guys, for us to see stuff. People are going to be gifted. Like, I've seen demons crawling up on tall buildings before. I haven't seen it in a while, but God is going to start gifting people to see these things. He's going to start gifting people to see what's in the sky. And he's going to be gifting people who won't be afraid when they see it, but they'll be able to tell and explain it and pray, against these things, right? And I just also, God kept, telling me about golden coins and golden treasure, and a treasure box is opening for many, of his children, and even the ones that aren't, because his children are going to bless a lot of people who are and who aren't, and those who aren't are going to be coming to him. So there's a big treasure chest being opened with lots of golden coins and stuff coming down, and I also just want to tell y'all, I've been in ministry 13 going on 14 years, and I'm a very different ministry. I don't come on here every day. Sometimes 2-3 weeks, a month could go by, and I don't post. See, I'm only led by the Lord, right? And I don't do a lot of lives unless I'm led, So I just want to let y'all know that I am consistent in ministry, because I have for 13 going on 14 years, but I'm just different. That's all I can say. Love you guys. Shalom.